Hello once again and welcome back. I'm Eric with some more tips to make your English better. I wore my glasses this time because I think it makes me look smarter, right? It's all about appearances. Anyway, today we're going to talk about something that I see both Japanese and Korean speakers struggle with, and that is when to use the word some in your sentences. And this is something that I've seen even really good speakers of English have problems with. So hopefully by watching this lesson, you can fix a problem that is pretty common in just about everybody's English. And in so doing, maybe um, kind of put yourself at a cut above everyone else who is learning English as another language. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at a few sentences. Okay, I want you to think about the following sentences here. Okay, number one, I ate some sandwich. Number two, I ate a sandwich. And number three, I ate some sandwiches. Now, which of those sentences are correct and which are wrong? Think about that for just a second, okay? Now, the correct answers, the correct sentences should be numbers 2 and 3. I ate a sandwich, or I ate some sandwiches. Number 1 is not correct. And the reason is you are using the word some with a singular noun. Okay, when you use some, it should be used either with a plural noun or with an uncountable noun. By the way, just so we're on the same page, a plural noun is going to be a noun that there is more than one of. So for example, students, pencils, or perhaps mice, right? Mice is plural of, squeak, squeak, mouse. Okay, some plurals are kind of strange. In Korean, I believe the word for plural noun is boksu myungsa, I believe. Let me double check on that one so I don't give you bad information. Yeah, right. Okay, now an uncountable noun, that's going to be something such as water, right? You don't count water. You don't go 1 water, 2 waters. You don't do that. You just say there is water, okay? Also air, money. Surprisingly, we talk about money like it's uncountable. Hey, give me some money, right? Bread, right? Would you like some bread? And all that's kind of maybe a lesson for another day. But anyway, with uncountable nouns and with plural nouns, you use some. For everything else, you should use a or perhaps un. Okay. Now, with some, actually, if you leave the word some out, the sentence still makes sense. So, for example, you could say, I ate some sandwiches, more than one, right? Sandwiches. Now, if you leave the word some out, I ate sandwiches. That still makes sense. But if you have only one, you'll say, I ate a sandwich. And if you leave that out, you end up with, I ate sandwich, which does not sound quite right. You need that article, okay? So, once again, if it's plural, or uncountable. Oh, by the way, uncountable nouns are, I believe, hold on, let me check. Bulgasan myongsa in Korean, okay? If it's an uncountable noun, you use some. For all other things, you don't. You say or un if it has a vowel after it, okay? Now, there are some exceptions. Words such as someplace, something, somebody, but those are not two words, those are singular words. And there again, that's perhaps something that is best covered in another lesson. But yeah, someplace, something, somebody, somewhere, someone, sometime. But again, those are kind of special, all right? Those are single words, okay? Different. I feel like there's something else that I'm forgetting. Oh, yeah. And then there is another time where we will use some with a singular noun, but you will probably never need to worry about that, okay? Sometimes, however, you will hear native speakers like myself do that, and it will be in instances where we do not know enough information about the thing we're talking about. So, for example, you could say, you might ask me, oh, what did you do yesterday? I could say, well, I went to a store. I went to a store. I've only got one of them, so I use a. But perhaps I don't know the name of the store. I could say, I went to some store. I don't remember the name of it, though. Okay, so that's when you use the word some with a singular noun like that. That's what we're doing. But you will never have to worry about that, okay? So once again, if it's singular, a or un. If it's plural or an uncountable noun, some, okay? That's all you need to remember. Let's go ahead and take a really short quiz. I'm going to put some questions up on the screen for you to look at. So go ahead and I'm going to put those questions up. You can pause YouTube if you want and take a few minutes to think about them. And when you're done, unpause and I'll give you the answers. Okay? So that's that, and good luck. All right, how was that? Pretty easy, right? Let's go ahead and talk about the answers really quickly here. Okay, number one, it should be I bought a shirt, because you've only got one. Number two, some dogs attacked me, because you have more than one, right? Number three, boil the egg in some water. Water is uncountable. You put some in front of it. And by the way, guys, notice how if you keep the word some out, it still makes sense. Number two, dogs attacked me. Number three, boil the egg in water. That's fine. Number four, a dinosaur ate my friend. You've only got one. Number five, hey kid, you want some candy? Oh, hey, you might be kind of surprised about that one, right? That's because a lot of times people don't realize that very often in English, we talk about candy as though it is uncountable. Okay, we'll say, have some candy, right? Uncountable. Very often, at least in Korea, people say candies. You can do that, but typically we talk about it like it's uncountable. Okay, and sometimes you can say a candy, right? There is a candy sitting there. But for the most part, we talk about it like it's uncountable. There you go. That's a 2-for-1 lesson for you, right? And finally, number 6. I have some mice living in my wall. And that's all of them, right? There you go. I hope that lesson was helpful for you. I would like to thank my friend Yun for helping me with some of the vocabulary words on that. And there you go. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care.